Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Hashah, Bashem, Kakadah, Shalom to 144,000 rest of you. Elect out there, Shalom to y'all, excuse me, for speaking too fast. But anyway, this is a current debate right now live. Is Joseph the biological father of Jesus according to biblical prophecy? William versus Tazariak, and the answer is yes. Joseph is the biological father. You are the father. Anyway, this is what they were talking about, and let me just bring this back a little bit more. This is William right here.
Read the Greek first in Hebrews 2.
Well, I don't speak Greek, but I will go to the Greek. It's not a big deal, so I'm going to.
That's what I thought. Let me move to a different question. I want the audience to be very well aware.
No.
I want the audience to be aware. This is my cross-examination.
I didn't say I wouldn't read it. This is what I'm saying. Like, I like.
Go ahead, brother.
Don't worry. I like assholes. I like assholes.
Read it. Read it, brother.
I like assholes. Me saying I don't read Greek does not mean that I wouldn't go there and
Okay,
read
go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
Thank
Let's see if you find the same Greek word as Galatians 4.
All right, start the time and start as soon as you look it up, Cesaria. So
Let's go.
Anyway, the topic of the video I'm doing is debating with Christians is a complete waste of time.
The word made there is not the same made. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But if I look at the definition of the word, when it says he had to be, when you look at the Greek.
Beautiful.
Let me, hold on one second.
Beautiful. My time's running. I want to move to another question. Thank you. 7 minutes to get you to admit that. Thank you so much. I want to move to another question. You said, you brought up Isaiah 7 multiple times. Isaiah 7, which has the Hebrew word Alma. My contention is every time Alma appears in the Hebrew of the Old Testament, it is about a young, sexually mature young woman. Show me an example where Alma does not mean that in the Hebrew.
Well, sexually mature means she's past the flower of age, or that's in 1 Corinthians. It means she's let me rephrase that. Let me say that again. Let me scratch that. She experiences, Alma means she experiences puberty. Am I saying that right? Puberty.
Virgin by
post-pubescent.
not having sex. That's what I believe. I know you believe virgin in a different way. Show me in terms of not having sex.
No. Can you repeat? You said that you want me to show you where it's not talking about a woman that's had sex?
Show me where it is talking about a woman that has had sex. I contend that Hebrews 7, Alma, is about a virgin. Every time it's used in the Hebrew Bible, that is the word that transfers over to Parthenos in the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 1.
Now, this is what I wanted to cover. Let's go to Isaiah 7, that's 7:14. Isaiah 7 and 14. Right? There we go, 7:14. He said Alma, or Ayalama translates into the word Parthenos in the New Testament. Parthenos is the Greek word for virgin, a woman that's never been touched. And Alma does not translate into the Greek word Parthenos, and I'll prove that. It says, therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son. That's the Messiah, and shall call his name Emmanuel. His name was nobody ever called him Emmanuel. Prove it that anybody called him Emmanuel. Gabriel didn't call him Emmanuel. Emmanuel just means God. It's a title. God with us. God the Son with us. So he said the word virgin. Let's go to the word virgin. This is easy stuff. Easy work. Okay, the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin. So let's look up the word virgin. Now he said Alma.
Strong's H 5959. Alma.
Now
Alma.
we would say in our form of Hebrew is Ailama, Ailama, which is similar to Alma, or Ayalama, Ayalama, which actually means young. It just means young in the feminine sense. So it would translate into young woman. Has nothing to do with a virgin. She was a young woman, whether she had a baby on the way and had a toddler, she's still considered a Alma or Ailama, Ailama. Feminine noun, right? From the root word etymology, Ailam, which means young. Like a young man, you would say young. If it's a young woman, you would say Ailama instead of Ailam. You have a nation called the Elamites, one of the sons of Shem, Elam. So it does not, Ailama does not translate to the Greek, Hebrew, Matthew's 1:21, Matthew's 1. I'll give you the verse in a minute. I believe it's 21, but I could be wrong. Virgin young woman of marriageable age, meaning she could be 13 years old, never been touched. She can be 12 years old and have a bun in the oven. Maid or newly married. She's still a virgin, even if they consummated the union. So now the word, the Greek equivalent to the Hebrew word Ailama would be, and this is from Apostle Rimlab. He tackled it. The word is Neanis, which Neas I believe means boy, and Neanis is the feminine way of saying, girl, boy. A feminine boy would be a girl. Okay. In the Hebrew, there's certain words that you use. Let me see. Gabar means warrior. In the masculine sense, Gabar. Is it Gabar? Gabar, yeah. I'm sorry, let me use this word. This is the even better word. Dabar is Hebrew for speak. The feminine way, if you would name your boy Dabar, his name is speak. It means speak. If you had a girl and you wanted to name her Dabar, you would say Deborah. You wouldn't name your boy Deborah or Deborah. If anything, you would name him Debar. Speak. So he said, and you can go back and listen to it. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me see if I can catch it again. And bring it back. Right about here. I hope I catch it.
I speak Greek, but I will go to the Greeks. Not a big deal. So I'm going to.
That's what I thought. Let me move to a different question. I want the Isaiah 7, which has the Hebrew word Alma. My contention is
now the word Alma means a young woman. A young woman of marriageable age, whether she's pregnant, whether she's pregnant with a toddler, 2-year-old, whatever. She's still a young woman. In the ancient world, they married them off as young as 12, 13 years old. Scholars say that Mary most likely was maybe about 14 years old. Some say 13. Joseph had to be considerably older, maybe in his 30s, maybe in his 40s. Okay? Now you got a thing in the Old Testament, the bride price, the dowry, because you purchase your bride in the ancient world, among Israel, and the custom in the Middle East. You purchase so it has nothing to do with what you think. Do you think you like this boy? No. Normally the two fathers make an agreement that our son, my son, and your daughter is going to be married. They might not even meet. Isaac and Rebekah, they never, when they first met each other, they never saw each other in a day in their life. And the day that they saw each other, they had sex. They consummated the merger, the marriage. So you're dead wrong when you say the Greek equivalent to Alma is Parthenos. No, it's not. No, it's not. The Greek equivalent to Alma would be Nianis, which is the feminine way of saying boy in the feminine sense. I'm saying it again so you can get it. So now the word Parthenos means a virgin, a woman that's never been touched by a man, never had sexual relationships. If Isaiah 4:7-14, if it was talking about conveying the message of an actual virgin, the word that would be there is not Alma, it would be Bathwala. Bathwala. Bathwala would be the Greek equivalent of Bathwala would be Parthenos. Y'all with me? So the word that should have been there in the Greek was Nianis, or let me do this. Let me go back here. See the way when the apostle Ricard broke it down, Aramla broke it down. I said that's good. It makes all the sense in the world. But there's a lot of explaining you got to do. Well, wait a minute. How does it figure that to be this and that and right? Let me go back again to. Let me go back once again. Okay, made. Okay, let's go to the word made. Okay, made. Okay, let me read this. Made. Made. Where's made at? Shapaka. Shapaka. Let's let him say it.
Strong's H 8198. Shifcha. Shifcha.
Almost similar. Shapacha. Shapacha. It says maid, servant, maid, slave girl, maid, servant, as belonging to a mistress, address, speaker, humility. So now let's come back. I don't want this to be long, but okay, I'm sorry. Let me do this. I want to go to the New Testament now for maid. It's going to be, okay. I'm sorry, let me do it this way. Let me go to maid. Maid again. I want the Greek. I want the New Testament. Okay, when the maid saw again and began to say, and they took the by the hand and called, saying, "Maid, arise." Okay, so let's go over here. Luke 8:54. Give me a second. Just bear with me. Miracle of healing. Okay, this was a girl that died. The Lord said, "Oh, she only sleeps," which if you die, you sleep. And they laughed him. They laughed at him. It says 54 verse, Luke 8:54, and he put them all out and took her by the hand and called, saying, Maid, arise. You know, let me go. This is what I want, but okay. And he said unto her, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith hath made thee whole. I don't want that. And when he came in the house and suffered a man going, Peter and all wept, weep not. She is not dead, she sleepeth. Okay, so let's deal with the word maid. We can even deal with the word maiden. Father and the mother of the maiden. Let's deal with the word maiden. Maiden.
Strong's G 3816. Pice. Pice.
Now it says a child, boy or girl, infant, children, servant, slave, an attendant, servant, specifically a king's attendant, minister, a young man or young woman. Let me go to maid. Let me go to maid. That was for maiden. Let me go to the word maid. Okay, maid. Hadn't gone through this in a while. Okay, is this the same word? Let me do it this way. Okay, it says child, young man, or young woman. Give me a second here. There was another word. Let me try this. Girl. Let me try girl. That's if it comes up. Okay, now girl. Anyway, let me do it in the Old Testament. I'm sorry. I gotta get the word. Let me try handmaid. Bear with me for a minute. Trying to get that word. Hand. Made. Let's see if it comes up here. I hadn't gone through this in a while. Okay, let's try handmade. Come on now. Let's see if this is the same word. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, made, right? Made. Let's click on it. Let's listen to it. This is what I was looking for.
Strong's G 2877. Karasion. Karasion.
This should be the word in Matthew's 1, where it says virgin. The word, what is it? Not Neannis. I'll even go to it. But this is the word. A girl, damsel, maiden. A girl, damsel, maiden. Meaning a young girl. This would be the Greek equivalent to Alma or Ilama, which means young woman. So Parthenos shouldn't be there in the New Testament, but Ilama should be there in the Old Testament. Isaiah 7:14. Let's listen to this again.
Strong's G 2877. Karasion. Karasion.
Karasia. believe there was another word, right? Damsel, and maid. Damsel, a girl, a maiden. This damsel could be a girl with a baby on the way and a toddler. She could be 15 years old. She probably had a first sexual encounter with her husband. He could have been in his 30s. She could have been 13. That's how it was in the ancient world. They married a woman off young when they passed the flower of her age. So when this guy says Aylam is equivalent to the word Parthenos in Matthew 1, that's not the case. The word there should be, I'll let you hear it again.
Strong's G 2877. Karasian.
Karasian. That's what should be in Matthew's 1. Now let's go to Matthew's 1. This is why the scripture says to study to show thyself approved. You got to go into these words. Okay, let me go ahead and get the word virgin. How do you spell virgin? Virgin. Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which means God with us, which being interpreted is God with us. Nawa Allah. With our God, or God with us. Behold, a virgin shall be with child. Now, when you click on that, the word's going to be Parthenos. That word shouldn't be there. Parthenos. What does Parthenos mean? Parthenos means a virgin, a marriageable maiden, a woman who has never had sexual intercourse with a man. That would be Bathwala in Isaiah 7:14. See, that's what, like I said, that's why you have to study. You have to go into the Hebrew. You can't, like Bishop Nate. Bishop Nate doesn't go into the Hebrew or the Greek, and he goes off a lot. He goes off, not all the time, but a lot of times he goes off. To really get the deep understanding, to study to show thyself approved, you have to go into these words. The King James was written in 3 languages. Hebrew, actually 4, Hebrew, Syriac or Aramaic for Daniel, New Testament Greek, and also the Apocrypha was Latin. So there was four languages. So sometimes you have to go to the actual language. So when these Christian scholars say, oh, the word virgin is a woman that never been touched. Nope, the word there would be Bathwala if it was talking about a virgin. So anyway, and like I said, these Christians, they stick to their guns. And this is, to me, this is a straw man argument. They're going, I mean, this is their argument that they're having, so I can't say it's straw man. But this is what they argue about. They'll argue points and say, I won, therefore all the nations can make it. It's a complete waste of time. I mean, if anything, it can make you sharp. But I wouldn't even attempt to try to wake up a Christian. I mean, I'll tell him that he's Israelite. If he can't see it, I'll ask him to walk down the street. And you got these people here. I haven't read all these comments and so forth. Anyway, forgive me for making this a little on the long side. With that, I'm going to say shalom.